Each year on December 5th, people in my hometown are brutally murdered. The police are at a loss. Everyone in my town lives in fear, and some refuse to leave their homes. With each victim, a poetic story is left behind. Below are the rhyming stories discovered at each respective crime scene. Johann had a secret, and he to take it to the grave. This man loved his neighbor's daughter, and wished to keep her as his slave. She was but only 12, not yet halfway to his age. But Johann did not falter, as he built the child's cage. The night had come. It was time to claim his prize. He snuck into her bedroom, a glimmer in his eyes. But in the child's chamber, a young girl he did not take. For lurking in the shadows was Krampus, hissing like a snake. When Johann cried, the Christmas demon let out a laugh as he grabbed the evil man by his legs and pulled him right in half. And now the child sleeps in peace, snuggled in her bed. For Johann's body torn to bits, have kept all the maggots fed. Wilhelm was a grocer, with all the town supplies. But he was very greedy, and made his prices rise. The poor could not afford it, and some began to starve. But Wilhelm only scoffed at them, with plenty of meat to carve. He always made them beg, for just the smallest bits of food. Their suffering made him laugh, and brightened up his mood. Wilhelm sat alone, counting money by the fire, when he heard the footsteps, quite loud and very dire. When Krampus stood before him, and shook his rusty chain, Wilhelm begged and pleaded, praying for no pain. Krampus stripped him naked, and hung him from a spire. The town then rejoiced, and they danced around his pyre. Summer was cold-hearted, despite her lovely name. A witch in nurse's clothing, treating the sick and lame. But for her patients she had no love, and prayed they all stayed ill. For when they slipped away she smiled, and tallied another kill. She wept with their families, pretending to be sad. Yet when she went home at night she danced like she was mad. As summer bathed and closed her eyes, she began to dream. And Krampus crept into her room through a cloud of steam. The nurse did thrash as Krampus drowned her slow, and now her corpse is turning blue as the demon tossed her in the snow. These, along with the former stories, were discovered on what can only be described as parchment paper with inconclusive carbon dates. The police are seeking any information that may help bring the killer to justice. After speaking with the detective assigned to the case, we have no leads or suspects. The killings appear to be unexplainable both in nature and method of execution. It has led us to believe there is not only a supernatural element to the murders, but we have no doubt that they will continue each year.